Sorry, am I in your bubble? Yo, what's up guys? We're back at it with another album ranking video and another video about music in general. And it's been like a week or 2 weeks. What? Today I thought it'd be fun to talk about arguably the greatest hip-hop duo to ever exist, Outkast. It's also an excuse for me to break out the ATO stuff. Yeah, the Falcons probably won't be good. But that's besides the point, okay? I enjoyed the offseason for a reason. Anyways, we have 6 albums to go through. It's definitely the fewest albums I've had to cover, but hopefully this means I can provide more insight. At least I'll try to. Let's not waste any more time though and get to number 6 and last on the list. Idlewild. Now, full disclosure, Outkast do not have a single bad album in their repertoire. Idlewild just happens to be the least good. It's not even really good, it's just eh. Idlewild definitely rides on the coattails of their previous album, Speakerboxxx Love Below, but we'll get to that one soon. But the reason I bring that up is because it's kind of very similar to that album. It's got a ton of songs. Andre and Big Boi aren't on a lot of the songs together. Did I say it was long? Because it's long and kind of tiring. But long albums aren't necessarily a bad thing. If you have a lot of good songs, who cares how long it is? With that being said though, this album does not have a ton of good songs. There is a few, and then the rest are kind of like okay to questionable. It's also really sad that this is the album that they technically ended on, which is really sucks, honestly. It really does. Alright, next on the list, going from their last album to their very first, we have Southern Playlistic Cadillac Music. I said that right, didn't I? This one is definitely the most fun out of their discography. I mean, it is their debut and, you know, an introduction to the duo. But a lot of it is it's just about their life, what they do in Atlanta, who they hang with, the places they go, and that's pretty cool. The production isn't as like out there as it will be in the future, but there are still really cool beats. There's catchy hooks. Yeah, it's good. Especially the first few songs as they transition together. I was like, dang, this is a vibe. Unfortunately though, the second half is a bit just okay. There's also the song Funky Ride, which does not include Andre or Big Boi at all. I mean, the song itself is decent, but I would have really liked it if they like had some contribution to it. The pace also kind of drags a bit. They have like long song and then interlude, long song interlude, and I'm just like, what the heck? What is this? Besides that, there are some very nice songs. Players Ball, Ain't No Thing, Intro to Let You Know, that's what it's called, right? Yeah. It's a fun debut, not perfect, but still a lot of fun. Alright, I might talk about this one a lot. Number 4 is Speakerboxxx / The Love Below. I was debating of whether or not to separate Speakerboxxx and Love Below into 2 separate albums, but then I realized, you know, it's not like Big Boi is the only person on his album, and it's not like Andre's the only person on this album. They contribute on each of their songs, so it's kind of, it wouldn't be fair to not call it a collective Outkast album. I definitely think that Big Boi's album is better than Andre's, which is so weird and terrible for me to say because as a rapper, no disrespect to Big Boi, but Andre is freaking incredible. I also don't mean this in a bad way. I love Andre, but I don't know what he was thinking with some of these songs. It's like he wants to be like freaking Prince or something with some of these songs. And sometimes it works, don't get me wrong. But then there's other times where I'm like, what are you doing? What is this? With that being said, Hey Ya is on here, so it kind of makes up for a lot. Even though I am kind of sick of that song. It's a smart song, don't get me wrong, but by God, moving away from Andre, Big Boi's songs, ooh. This man got Jay-Z and Killer Mike on one song. And he, oh my God. Overall, I did enjoy most of the album, but there are definitely some very low lows. And with that, we're already halfway home. Jeez Louise, this is gonna be short. But length aside, we still have albums to talk about. And oh boy, we're getting into the good stuff now. Next on the list is ATLiens. I know this sounds pretty simple, but this is basically Southern Playlistic if it was just better. Better production, better verses, better guests. It's just better all across the board. With that being said though, the second half unfortunately does falter a little bit, at least in my opinion. But because of the overall quality of every song, I'm kind of willing to forgive it. On the other side of the spectrum, the first half has some absolute classic, Two Dope Boys, Elevators, freaking Wheels of Steel. This cover is also my favorite. I would pay good money for that to be like an actual comic book. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say. It's just really good. Going into the top two, this was honestly pretty challenging because I love these two albums. But because of personal taste, there was an obvious winner. Number two is Stankonia. I remember when I first listened to this, I was like, oh my god. Freaking 20 plus songs, oh here we go again. But I was a fool because a lot of them are absolute heat. It's easily the most eclectic, yes I used that word, batch of songs they made, and there's so many good highlights. You got the classic singles like Miss Jackson, So Fresh, So Clean, and Bombs Over Baghdad. Oh my god, that song is ridiculous. Even the interludes are good. Even the interludes. Like, what? Now I do understand why Stankonia would be people's favorite Outkast album, but for me, there are a few songs that I'm just straight up not a fan of. It's still a great album, a ton of great songs, just a few ones I could, do my life without. But it doesn't taint the overall enjoyment of this album. And it is very enjoyable. And last but not least, you were probably expecting this, honestly. And I don't care that you haven't expected it, because this album is freaking near perfect. It's freaking Aquemini. I mean, should I say anything? Should I? Freaking classic. In my humble opinion, this album has the best and most consistent songs on any Outkast album. You get bangers on top of bangers, dude. It just never stops. Even the second half is quality, even though it does have Nathaniel, the interlude. Not crazy about that, but the production on this album is easily the best in the entire history of the duo. I mean, like, by God, like, how did they do it? How did they do it? With that being said though, the one song that kind of holds it back from being a classic is Y'all Scared. And it's funny because this came after Spody Odie Dopalicious. In that song, Andre's talking about how, gang violence is not really cool. And I'm like, dang, you're kind of right. But then the next song is like, yeah, we are gangsters, y'all scared, bow, bow, bow. And I'm like, that very questionable lyrical highlight aside, the album is freaking amazing, and I highly encourage you to check it out. If you listen to this album and are still in a bad mood after it, like, you're not a human being anymore. Like, you're just not. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna flash on the screen my favorite songs from each album. I actually was planning on doing Run the Jewels instead, but then I realized only 4 albums. By the way, where's that 5th one, by the way? He said it was coming. That was like 3 years ago, or 4, I don't even know. Mike, come on, man. You gotta represent. You put the thing out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. I don't know, this might be the last time I ever wear this freaking outfit. If y'all suck again this season, I'm done. I'm actually done.